panel, there's an extra mic there. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I guess we can start. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll start with you.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Rupashree Jivaji, Rupa, and I'm the actor, producer in Search of America and Chola.
Nominated Best Actress. We just saw her film. Yeah, you can clap if you like. Okay, and who's next?
You were great, by the way.
Thank you.
Very nice. My name is Michael Morris, and I'm the writer, director, and co-star of The Dead Planet, which we watched first off. And thank you. And I regret that my friend Thomas Lim is out of the country, but he was a very integral part to the movie, and we all wish him well. He's in pre-production on a movie he's going to be shooting in Macau. And this here is Terrence.
Hi, I'm Terrence Tierney, and I was an actor in The Dead Planet, but I had a big beard back then.
Also, we had in attendance, they just left at the end, the director, executive producer, as well as some of the actors and fight choreographer of Vigilance. So they were here earlier. But I guess we can start. Michael, since you have the microphone, Michael with the mic. I wanted to ask, does he become a monk at the end? Because the dialogue specifically was, "Are you ready?" So I know you kind of left it as a cliffhanger. If you can't tell us, no problem, not asking to spill kind of the underlying message, but can you answer that?
I will try my best. You know, you really do sound like a radio personality.
It's my normal voice, actually.
Really?
Yeah, we met.
He does a thing in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Actual voice.
The movie phone guy, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I wish. I'm just kidding.
Okay. That's a paycheck you would
Aaron,
like.
cool, you made it. Hey, Aaron, come on in. This is Aaron and Tim. Yep, that's right. Let's give them a round of applause from Vigilance.
I'm going to give them the mic so they
Yeah,
can
don't worry.
introduce themselves.
Well, Michael, go ahead and take it away. So the question
Okay,
was-
so you're talking about the ending, and does he become a monk? That was
Yeah.
your question.
Yeah.
No, I was not thinking about him being a monk. That ending is really more of a wraparound of that. That's when they started their little astral journey to explore Mars in another era. Does that sound confusing?
No. I mean, it was more of a kind of a sci-fi kind of a theme to it, so it wasn't confusing at all.
It's meant to be surreal, so we end with the question of, did they start and then go on their little astral journey, or are they going to go on another journey?
I wanted to ask, and it's not meant to be belittling or offensive, so you can slap me later, but explain how kind of
Oh, I will.
Oh gosh, here it comes, right? Well, just don't hit the voice box, right?
Your moneymaker.
How does kind of do-it-yourself and Super 8 come into play on this set? Because I really kind of saw that some of the props were kind of more do-it-yourself, but then also you had that Super 8 kind of theme to it.
The DIY I understand, but the Super 8 I'm not understanding.
Well, it was just, I could be misinterpreting it wrong, but it was just kind of how the color filter came out, like are we watching a do-it-yourself kind of props, or was it more of a Super 8 kind of a noir taking it back to?
You mean the color of the
Yeah.
film? No, it was really not intended to have a Super 8 film quality, if that's what you mean.
Mhm.
But there definitely is a sort of 70s kind of feel to it, maybe just in the pacing. And I have to admit that I was kind of in a Kubrick zone. Not that I could, do him any justice necessarily, but it was feel like the environment was kind of Kubricky, which I guess, he hit a lot of his stride in the 70s, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
But I did make a lot of Super 8 films once. Maybe it just rubs off me, I don't know.
Anybody out in the house that'd like to ask questions about the Dead Planet? Okay, let's give them a round of applause.
All right.
Dead Planet.
Thanks for having me. Introduce themselves.
Yeah, come on. I guess we'll go to Vigilance right here. Go ahead. We've met him, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Aaron Anasazi. I'm a writer, producer, actor, and this is...
My name is Tim Neff. I am producer, actor, and stuntman.
I wanted to ask, were the actors also former military?
I was.
Well, there you go. Thank you for your
Yes.
service.
Efforts.
Yeah. So you know how when you get cast for a role, former SWAT, former cop, former military experience, did that help you with your acting? Was it easier? Was it harder? Explain to us.
It definitely helped with the action of the situation. Just taking down the warehouse, you know, there's kind of a method in how you do that and how you storm a building and scope out the situation before you take it down. But yeah, so that definitely helped out a lot. The firearm usage and control, as well as the hand-to-hand combat a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron, how long did it take you to write this? How long have you been working on this script?
Took me a couple of months to write it. It started out with him and I. We were roommates at the time, and we had just thought about the idea of it. And as we had talked about it a little bit, after that, it probably took me about 2 months to write it. But then it took us like about a year and a half to shoot it, because we would shoot, you know, depending on we'd get the money and the finance, everything together, shoot it, and then everybody would be off doing whatever. So 8 months would go by, and then we shoot another scene. And
Yeah, the life of shooting a film, how it can be prolonged.
yeah.
Any, God forbid, any painful injuries, but any funny injuries or kind of bloopers, especially with all the arms handling and
You know, there was
rolling around.
There was none on set, but halfway through the film, I broke my foot. I broke the, I guess the fifth metacarpal in my foot. So you can see in one of the scenes when we get in the truck and we park and we go out and get the bags. You could see me like trying not to limp because it was still in bad. That was like right in the middle of shooting. the film.
Did any of you see it? No? Okay.
Just trying.
Good acting. Questions? Questions about anything? If not, that's fine too.
Actually, I wanted to just...
Yeah, please, just for the audio,
I
go
wanted
ahead.
to say that this is pretty much the first time I did see the warehouse raid, which was so realistically shot. And because you know how in like TV shows and stuff, they completely glamorize everything. So I was thinking, when you were shooting that, when I was seeing that, I was like, this is probably how realistically it should look like. They're like dark corners and it's like sort of creepy. And so I actually got how warehouse raids happen in reality. So yeah, wonderful.
Are you planning on doing one?
Any visionary influence with RPG games? Because Rupa brings out a good point that it is dark corners, barrels, boxes, road boxes, and all that. Any influence watching?
As a big fan of RPG
There you go.
games, it actually didn't really come into play at all.
Okay.
I'm definitely a big fan of them, but it just, the overall vibe I think we're going for was just very gritty, very realistic. The dark corners,
Yeah.
we wanted it just to feel very real, not highlighted also.
Definitely was gritty and real. Yeah, Aaron?
Yeah, and a lot of that was the vision of the cinematographer. He couldn't be here. He's actually on set tonight, but he's a brilliant photographer. His name's Eduardo Rivas, and so a lot of that was him. You know, of course, we all had say in it, but he was brilliant.
Cool. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody. And we'll go to our final film. Want to just quickly announce, exit at the bottom of the house. Your tickets will have a pull tab. That is your chance to vote for what we call the Audience Choice Award. So during this Q&A, go ahead and try to pick your best film, and we'll have awards at the end. The award ceremony is Sunday at 10:30, right back here. Same great channel, same great place. And we'll final Q&A with our final film here. I really like the twist at the end, especially when she pulls out the picture. It was both an aha moment, but also a type moment. Tell us your connection with the film. I was speaking with your colleague Jade. She
Yes.
was here.
She was here.
She unfortunately had to leave.
Okay.
But I was just kind of uploading her, and she came at the right exact time when your film
Right.
started showing. But I was telling her it was your journey. You still captured coming of womanhood, but were you confident of your country or confident of being a woman? So that was just kind of my dialogue with her, but expand on that a little bit.
What sort of intrigued me about this character was there are underrepresented stories about women, also from all parts of the world. So I do think it's a combination of both, and I think there are very powerful women. Of course, a very obvious, famous example is Malala, and most of them are, yes, of course, the stories that we hear in the West are about how women are sort of what do you call, like they're the men have sort of taken them, and basically they have to follow their rules. But also there are lots of women in Mumbai, in the Middle East, where their everyday struggle is and everyday triumphs are so wonderful. Like they will, when I used to, I was born and raised in Mumbai, and I remember seeing women chop vegetables in the subway. So they would, like commute for 2 hours, and they'll be almost like, so they're ready to go back home and cook. So they're sort of like multitasking, and all these facets of being a woman and being a woman from everywhere. I think that's just very courageous, very brave, and which is what intrigued me about the story. So it is also about the woman, but also she did hold on to her culture, her values that she was raised with, but at the same time was able to break away where it was needed.
May I ask, personally, where were you born?
I was born and raised in Mumbai, raised in from the south. I grew up in Mumbai, and I came here to the U.S. when I was about 19. So
Okay.
I'm from India.
And would you say you came here in 19 to the States? And personally, what are the challenges and the differences as a woman in India versus as a woman in the States? Do you find any differences, similarities, challenges?
Which is, I think, going back to what the story says, I think these struggles are universal. I've seen many women from here face the same things. They can all be in different variations and different types of struggles and different types of triumphs and revelations, but they are pretty universal. I think these are all universal struggles that we do from a human perspective, from a woman's perspective. So.
And are you colleagues with the writer of the script?
I'm friends with, yes, I'm friends with. I'm also the producer. Danish is unable to be here. He's also shooting a film in India right now. He's shooting his first feature, so.
Any
yes.
questions from the house? Yeah, question. This is Maggie, one of our volunteers. She's from the...
Hi, Maggie. Hi, I'm from China. Just for your words. I really like your film and I like your acting. And so, like in the between, like in the center of the film, it's a bit drama, like more coincidence with two women running to each other.
Right.
And do you feel there's a bit too much of coincidence for that?
Of course, if you're talking film language, absolutely. Sort of we pulled together all the things and somehow it did sort of fit in, yes. But this is already a 22-minute long film, which is already long for a short film. So we had to sort of figure out how logically we were able to sort of bring in stories together.
Yes, but it do works for me because I tears, and I really like the scene when you and the taxi drivers then like outside of the traffic and look at all the cars in the traffic, and it's really like moving. So do you want to like make it into a longer film so you can add in more characters to make the coincidence not so dramatic?
I think that probably the director would be able to answer it more, more accurately.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it is not on the books as of now. We've just finished our festival run, and I think he's working on his first feature, but maybe in the next 5-10 years we might revisit.
Yes, I really like it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maggie just graduated from the film.
No, I'm still.
Oh, still?
Yeah, I'm
at
graduated
USC.
in USC.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I like the UCLA moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Any other questions? Okay, go ahead and start thinking about your favorite film. We'll collect it on the way out. Awards ceremony is 10:30 on Sunday. Let's give everybody another round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us and supporting us. My name is Stephen Chen, event director, host, and MC. We'll see you soon, everybody. Thank you.